Hello, citizens of the world. We are anonymous.
Hello world, this is Anonymous. We do not forget the injustices that have been propagated upon the populations of the world. We do not forget the grave actions taken by current power players in specific governments. You know who you are if this is reaching you now. Our crosshairs are upon your heads and hearts. In recent times, a guru, Sri Sathya Sai Baba, was terminated under mysterious circumstances. It has been found out through various whistleblowing networks that the Indian government has attempted to cover up the actions of this guru. From India, that millions of devotees cared deeply for and were deeply devoted to. The people of India, we speak to you now. Sai Baba's organization was owned and run by a group of 12 ex-military, ex-government and ex-financial interests. They have a trust that was and still is in the Swiss bank system, hidden from the Indian people and their auditors. They have hidden in this trust multiple millions of dollars, that was kept from the people for use in such ways as the school and medical system Swami had created already in his benevolence. His entire gold and silver estate was turned into a museum. It is likely his intent would be to sell this gold and silver off to create more funding to assist the downtrodden and disabled, the poor and those in need of assistance sporadically. It is likely the elite used his organization to launder funds illegally and unethically, behind closed doors, so you, the listener, would not be aware of it. They want you to fail, so they are sure to keep this tens or hundreds of millions of dollars away from the use it was so carefully saved up for. This is not what the Swami would desire, if his prior actions are to be the measure of his future ones. This organization supported the research of a prior to now undisclosed technology. This technology is a novel breakthrough technology, not seen on the world stage up until this attempt by Swami's organization to spread this out across the planet as he had intended. When this announcement passed through the newsletter of the Swami's organization, it was shortly after he died, of an alleged heart problem. It was well known that he was old and showing his age, but the timing of the announcement of his novel technology, which is capable of removing the destructive pollution smog, as well as greenhouse gases such as CO2, CO, and many others, in a large amount over a very large area, was suppressed by those who were aware in funding the research. When funding was cut and the organization announced it would be proceeding forward with the research anyway, within a very short time, the leader of this large religion was seemingly terminated in response to this. Devotees of Sai Baba, I call you to arms to hold your government accountable for the atrocity they have pulled the wool over your eyes with. They killed your God and have nothing to say about it. They took the wind out of a powerful movement's sails and now your God is dead, just prior to him achieving one of his lifelong dreams and intents for the world, for the people, for you and your family. They did this to prevent him from spreading pollution, removing technology that he had announced many decades ago was his intent to produce before he was terminated heartlessly, without care for your sadness, your mourning, your well-being. You are shat upon by those who are your slave owners and they care not about who you think is God. They want you to be enslaved to the pollution which kills thousands of children and elders every year due to its tyranny, just as much as you already are to their caste system and control matrix. They enjoy that fact that no one has challenged the Sun. Sai Baba's death was swept under the carpet quietly. They think you are helpless at their whim, and will just bend over and let them shove their very large barbed wire-wrapped instrument of torture right into you. They have no heart, and may have no souls. People of India, devotees of Sai Baba worldwide, do you let this injustice stand? These people do not deserve to be your leaders. It is clear from the past that they are inept at their function as much as any other organized power structure similar to them. Just think about how badly they handled the massive floods you went through, and the following massive electrical outages where most of the power in the country was lost. They did not care about you then either, as you sat without electricity and suffered as they sat in their air-conditioned buildings laughing at your misfortune. Remove them from power, create a uniquely Indian form of self-governance, and life will be much better. Create a nation that supports the development and implementation of the next generation technologies that inventors and researchers around the world are afraid to disclose due to fear of just such an event like this disgrace of Swami from happening, so the technology can unfold and flourish. Create a nation that is a safe haven for the next generation inventors and researchers and open-minded scientists. The world stage will copy your efforts over time if you succeed, which it is likely you will. They need to be reminded that they should fear and respect the people, not the other way around. This is backwards and needs to be corrected, and only you, the people, can correct this situation, locally first, then globally by shining example. You are a nation of billions. There is no way for them to ignore a nation that has begun to ignore them and creates its own system of self-governing people. People, if you are indeed a nation of billions who have hearts and care about the future of your family, your country, and the world, start acting like it. Let India be the country that starts the global revolution of the people. You did it once already with Gandhi's help in his time. This is just a repeat of the same thing on a global scale. The crown still owns you, just silently, as they do most of the planet's systems of governance to this day. This must end. Let Sai Baba's spirit shine through you all, and achieve the justice we all desire. Will you let this injustice stand, or will you take effective action and spread the word of this injustice? They think they can kill anyone, your family, your children, and even your spiritual gurus and gods. It is in the people's hands to educate them and enlighten them to understand that death will not be a tolerated use of power, and that the time of the crown and the elite's rule is over. When does their disgrace and disrespect end? When you, the people, decide it is so. Do you not wish your children and your children's children to have pure blue clear skies? Action is required or nothing will change. You will stay in your caste control system, and continue to be enslaved to the crown as you were before Gandhi's time. People, we will not forget. We will not forget this terrible abuse of power. The line must be drawn somewhere. It is time for their understanding of the power of the people to be increased dramatically. It seems they forgot what happened last time. Indian government and elite, expect us. We are coming for you.